Welcome to Toffee TV. It's me, Baz. I am joined by Chris Pajak, Redmen TV, and he's going to pick his combined 11 ahead of Saturday's Merseyside Derby, and this should be very, very interesting.
Okay.
Off you go, Chris.
I'm starting off with Alex Manninger in goal, mate.
Why?
Because...
How? Is he, I didn't even know he was still alive.
Yeah, he's sound. He's a league winner, isn't he? Got none of them in our side. No first 11 players, won the league. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to go with Simon Mignolet, right? And the reason is that actually, if you look at his last since he came back into the side after being dropped from Cardiff, he's actually been really good. Now, it's one of them. I don't watch Everton play 90 minutes every week, so I only really watch Everton on Match of the Day and stuff like that. So I couldn't tell you what Joe Robles is like, honestly. Okay. So he might be a better keeper than Simon Mignolet. You will probably let me know in the comments section. But from what I see every single week, Simon Mignolet's been pretty good for us recently, and I'm the first to write him off when he makes a mistake because I don't think he's good enough for Liverpool going forward. But I don't think whereby... I don't watch Man United every week, but I know David De Gea is a better keeper than Simon Mignolet. Yeah. I know Hugo Lloris is, because the games when I've seen them with my own two eyes, that's what I base it on a lot of the time, at Anfield, or if we've gone away at all, then you can see those keepers. Now, I've not seen anything from Joe Robles that makes me think he's better than this guy, so, it's a bit by default more than anything else, but Simon Mignolet in goal.
Okay, I mean, they're fair, and the other thing is he normally has an unbelievable derby, because he's always boss against us in derbies, but Joel is... steadily improving, stats prove that. But anyway, yeah, you've gone with Mignolet.
Nathaniel Klein at right back. I just think he's one of the top 5 defenders and top 5 right backs in the league, definitely. And we did something a few weeks ago, and we put a tweet out and just said rate your top right backs, and he was always in the top 3. Coleman was always there as well, but he's not available. Yeah. So it's not Holgate, it's Nathaniel Klein for me.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, Seamus is ahead of him in my opinion, but you're right, he is up there with the best in the country, so fair enough.
Centre-back, Joel Matip, he's been brilliant since he's come in. He has been absolutely brilliant, and he's that calming influence at the back that you need, and we've been a little bit unfortunate since he come in that he's had a few injuries, and he's one of them players, he's a big, tall player, and he takes a little bit of time to get back into games. So when he comes back from injury, we looked at probably 3 or 4 fixtures before he started to look like the Joel Matip that we saw. But I would have him above most centre-backs now in the Premier League. We definitely need a partner for him, but right now I'm happy that he's one of our centre-backs moving forward.
Okay. For me, is a bit like your Joel Robles. I've not seen anything of him. I've seen bits and pieces, so I've got no real opinion of him because I don't watch Liverpool for 90 minutes, fair enough.
Alongside him, Ashley Williams, a guy I'd have been made up to have at Liverpool, and years before you signed him, but, Everton have got a track record, haven't they, of signing slightly older players and then continuing the career for what you think is probably longer. You looked at Gareth Barry and you thought, never going to get a couple of years out of him. I don't know how many years you've had him now, is it like 4 or something?
He's coming into his 4th, yeah.
It's madness, and, Williams, Distan did it for you for a long time until, what was he, 38, 39,
Yeah.
So,
I don't know how... He had a job as a milkman for a bit while he was playing for us as well, but...
Well, that's fine. You've got to make some money on the side somewhere, because Kenwright doesn't pay very well. Williams in a centre-back, I really liked him. I've always liked him as a player.
He's been good for us. It's just, he's had little spells where he's been all over the place. He looks better in a back 3, but...
Does he?
He does, but he's been all right with Jagielka, so I understand why he's in there, yeah.
Left back, Leighton Baines. Yeah. Look, it's James Milner's playing left back for us now. He had a great first few months of the season. We're starting to see the limitations of Milner in left back now, and I think it's become very predictable what he's going to be doing. I'm not sure he's got the legs to keep going up and down. He's 31 years old. He's changed position. For me, it's now the hardest position on the pitch to play full-back. It's like what the old box-to-box midfielder had to do. Yeah. Now, and any young players getting into football, I would dread to be playing full-back. When I was playing footy, I was a full-back. You used to just sit with your back 4. And you just move up and down the pitch with your back 4. Now you've got to bomb up and down the pitch. Leighton Baines has been doing it for years, and he's consistently in that top 2 to 3 full-backs in the league. There was a period a couple of years ago where you'd say Everton had by far and away the best full-backs in the league, in Baines and Coleman, and I would have swapped them 2 for any pair. Yeah. But and Leighton Baines is still doing it, and the fact that he can deliver set pieces, and the fact that he takes penalties and all that, he's a great all-rounded full-back for me.
Don't match off for me, don't need to add anything to that. Yeah, next.
Jordan Henderson takes a lot of flack outside the Liverpool fans, to be honest with you, but you can look at his stats this season and there's...
Look,
everyone always says that, and
Because he's the classic, hold me back while I'm it. Yeah, you know, that's what he's like, mate.
Enough, like,
if he just got on with his footy.
But he does. I mean, when was the last time he had one of them scrappy moments?
Probably the Derby. The last time I saw, probably the last time I watched them. No, so he might have had 4 or 5.
He hasn't. Look, he's a guy who he does stand up for his teammates, and maybe that's part of his captaincy. Maybe that's what he wants to do. He wants to back his players up. But as far as controlling the tempo of the game, that's what Jordan Henderson can do. Right. Now, he's not your all-action defensive midfielder like a Kante or anything, but he is that sort of fulcrum in the centre of the park that links the defence to the midfield. And you know, when you're looking at playing a lot of possession football, you need somebody like that. And he's been brilliant for us this season. Ahead of him, oh mate, I'm sorry. It's your diamond in the rough. It's Ross Barkley. Look, at the start of the season, I heard murmurings, like my brother's a blue, isn't he? And, you know, people were talking about him not being in great form. Now, from what I've heard from the last sort of 8 weeks, is he's back to what Ross Barkley is that you wanted to see. Quite frankly, he's a terrific footballer. He's amazingly talented. The only question marks I've got about him if he's up for the fight, and I suppose we'll see that this weekend.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to partner him with Gini Wijnaldum, which is like, if you'd have asked me 6 months ago, would Gini Wijnaldum get into this side? I'd tell you absolutely not. Like, I thought he was a luxury player at Newcastle. Wasn't that enthused when we'd signed him. I thought we were signing him for this berth here. What I will say is and this is paraphrasing Robbo from the Anfield Rap, he's dead Dutch. Just doesn't lose the ball, mate. He really doesn't, and he's dead strong. Like, he shoulders people off and he just shepherds the ball. It's mad because he's just totally not the type of player that I thought he was going to be. But again, he's a very, very box-to-box midfielder, and I'm just shocked that he's like that. And hopefully you'll see he's starting to arrive late into the box. He's starting to pick up goals. He's starting to pick up assists. But more importantly than anything, doesn't lose the ball. He
scored
it's amazing,
11
like,
for Newcastle last
all
year.
home.
And that's what he was. They were all at home. We were linked with him, and I was quite happy that he went to you, to be fair. But I know that I've heard you saying before he's been playing really well. So fair play, mate. Yeah, next.
Sadio Mane. Don't need to talk too much about why I've got him in. So far, team lacks pace, and it needed pace. Sadio Mane is that pace. He's been tremendous, mate. I mean, you've seen him on Match of the Day every week, scoring goals and making assists. He's our top scorer this season. He's playing on the right-hand side. He's completely changed how we play, like, absolutely. Left-hand side, I'm going to go Phil Coutinho. Been a bit of a rough season for him, to be honest. I think the first part of the season, building up to December, he was playing at like a truly world-class level. Like, I don't think he's world-class. I've never thought that he's world-class. I think you've got to do that consistently over a period of time. But those first sort of 3 months of the season, he was playing at that type of a level. And if he'd have continued that all season, I think we would be talking about Phil Coutinho as being in a top bracket. As such, he's come back from injury and he's been pretty pathetic, to be honest with you. He's been poor. He's a proper Match of the Day player, I think, for fans. If you ask fans of other clubs, like, who's Liverpool's best player, loads of them will say Phil Coutinho. He's really not. Like, he's just not, like. But he can turn it round and he has got the skills to do it. And I haven't seen that much of Davies, so whether to switch the midfield round. This is what Liverpool play, 4-3-3. He plays in that position, so he kind of went in. And then up top, there's no question marks for me. It's Romelu Lukaku.
Yeah, fair enough. Top scorer in the Premier League. Give him a chance. It's a goal. Simple as that. And I think with him,
I'd imagine that would be
quite an exciting partnership. So hopefully we can get Manny in the summer. Who knows? No, yeah. Listen, it's far too Liverpool weighted for me. However, it is. You've explained it, and it is quite well balanced. Massive question mark over those two for me. But other than that, I wouldn't argue with too many else. You know, with maybe Joe. Who knows? Anyway, that's Chris's team. He's given good arguments. He's given what he thinks is a balanced team. Let us know in the comment section below where Chris has gone wrong, or as Evertonians, is he being quite fair? Is that a team that you'd like Koeman to put up next season, because we've got loads of money? Let us know in the comment section. Well, big thanks to Chris for joining us. Catch you next time on Toffee TV.